I'm Mark Milanese of Milanese Remodeling. I'm proud to be a board member of the Western Chester County Chamber of Commerce, and I'm happy to sponsor this episode of Western Chester County Checks In. Please do think of Milanese Remodeling when you plan to improve your home with either outdoor living, awnings, decks, patios, or sunrooms, or for exterior remodeling of windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Please enjoy the show.
Good morning and welcome to Western Chester County Checks In. I'm your host, Justin Chan. It is Wednesday, May 26th, and we are coming to you live from our offices in the Lukens Executive Office Building in downtown Coatesville. We have a great show for you today, sponsored by Milanese Remodeling. We have a story about Keystone Fire Department, an update from Milanese Remodeling, and we celebrate this year's graduates from Harcum College in Coatesville. First, let's talk about some upcoming chamber events. Our first event we wanted to mention is tonight. It's the ribbon cutting at Midway Arches St. Cecilia's. That's 4:30 to 6:30 tonight. It's going to be a great time, a brand new event space in downtown Coatesville. We have a happy hour event coming up on June 8th, and that's at Stargazer's Vineyard, 4:30 p.m. to 7. And our next big event is the Gala on the Green. That's at Greystone Mansions, right across the street from where we are now at our office at the National Iron and Steel Heritage Site, 5 p.m. to 7:30, Thursday, June 17th. For tickets and information on all of those events, visit our website, westernchestercounty.com. It's time for our community update segment this week. Rachel and I had a chance to visit Keystone Valley Fire Department in Parksburg.
Thanks, Justin. I'm Rachel Cathell, Communications Coordinator for the Chamber. I am here at the Keystone Valley Fire Department, where I'll go inside and speak with Tim Reynolds about the history of the department.
The fire company was actually chartered in 1894 for an official fire department, and it was a volunteer fire department brought about by the citizens and the businessmen. And the business section of this town used to be over on the other side of the tracks, the north side of town, and it was, you know, a very booming town because the iron company was here, and preceding them was the Columbia-Philadelphia Railroad, which where we stand today in this firehouse was part of the old railroad building and also the iron company.
We also spoke with Brian Gather-Cole, the department chief.
I'm a fourth generation firefighter in my family, the Gather-Cole family. My dad was chief of the Westwood Fire Company for 18 years. He since passed away, but he was a member of this organization. My years of experience, I'm in my 25th year. I'm the fire chief of this organization, but prior to this, I ran with the Coatesville Fire Department, the Westwood Fire Department, and then my personal experience is I'm a police officer full-time, so I also moonlight as a part-time firefighter, as a career firefighter, and then on my spare time, obviously, I commit to my community here, which is Keystone Valley Fire Department, as the fire chief.
Tim tells us how the fire departments consolidated.
I guess around 2010, started talking about consolidation. And then that brought us up into 2013, where the consolidation of those four companies, Ackland Fire Company, Parksburg Fire Company, and Pomeroy Fire Company, came together as one and became the Keystone Valley Fire Department. And then they chartered this, they chartered in 2013 and became an official fire company in the state of Pennsylvania as Keystone Valley Fire Department, with its main building being here in Parksburg.
Brian tells us about the area they service.
Keystone Valley Fire Department, which is comprised of West Salisbury Township, this here Parksburg Borough, Highland Township, and then our ambulance, which sits behind me, covers Salisbury Township. We provide service to those townships 100%, which means that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, our units are prepared to respond to all those municipalities. Altogether, it's 48 square miles, where our apparatus that sits behind us responds out of this station, and we also respond out of a substation in Pomeroy, which has a Coatesville mailing address. With that, the ambulance division, we're supplied by two firefighter EMTs or two EMTs. who are paid by the organization. So the ambulance does have paid staff on it, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and the volunteers staff the fire apparatus.
They respond to a variety of call types.
So our municipality, like I said, is broke down rural and then some of the business district. Parksburg Borough and West Salisbury with the business district, so we will respond out to the business district for automatic fire alarms. Those are alarms that get set off in the commercial structures due to some type of malfunction. It could be with the sprinkler system or Chili's trying to cook something to start up the day for patrons to come in. So we will respond for those types of incidents. Our residential community, obviously all four municipalities, those types of incidents could be food on the stove is one. For the ambulance division, our number one call is basic life support, which is injured persons from a fall. We respond out all the times for people having falls within their homes or medical emergencies. The one thing about our organization, the ambulance does respond out 10 more times a day than the fire department. The fire apparatus maybe go out one time, the ambulance will go out anywhere from 10 to 15 times. Ambulance calls are a higher priority with life safety. The fire trucks respond on property safety.
Keystone Valley is always looking for volunteers in different areas.
But one of the reasons we consolidated was to take 3 organizations and bring them to one, was to bring all the volunteers into one organization in one location. All of our volunteers live within the service district, so within one of the 4 municipalities that I discussed. And those volunteers take time out of their personal lives to come and contribute time as a volunteer to our organization. When the alarm goes off, they'll stop what they're doing. If they're at the dinner table, some that are at work will stop what they're doing at work. Obviously respond here to get on the apparatus to serve the needs of our community. We are very blessed through the consolidation. We have an active roster of about 35 members. Many of our organizations around us at times struggle, and we also do struggle. At one time during the day, you could have 2 to 5 members that respond. At nighttime, you could have anywhere from 5 to 15 responders respond. So it's one of those things that's on by a case-by-case basis. But volunteerism is significantly dropping, so that's the reason we went to career staff on the EMTs to ensure the life safety of the residents with ambulances responding.
Businesses in the area helped with the financing of Keystone Valley Fire.
Most of the money for this building, this new renovation of this building under the Keystone Valley Fire Department came from, a lot of businesses.
Fire safety is very important to Keystone Valley Fire Department.
And this year we did put a new committee together. Our committee's been going out, reaching out to the businesses. We've been doing tours at a lot of the preschools, doing fire inspections of some of our larger organizations within the communities. And then we're trying to get our fire prevention out. Just recently we got out to the Amish community in West Salisbury Township. It was the first time the Amish community let us come out and do fire prevention in one of their schools. So we just recently did that last week, but we're trying to reach out to everybody within the community and make contact with as many people as we can for fire prevention. So smoke alarms do save lives. So the importance of having a smoke alarm in your home is very important. For example, we had a fire a few weeks ago, 2 o'clock in the morning. The smoke alarm alerted a family. They woke up. They saw the fire in their living room. They were able to escape their home upon the fire department arriving and putting the fire out. All lives were saved. The minimal damage to their property due to a smoke detector. Fire alarm went off and they were able to get out. So what we do here at the fire department is if homes who do not have smoke detectors, we will provide them to the home and to our residents free of charge. So we've been trying to get that program kicked off here in this community. And at the same time, again, going out and just doing community outreaches throughout the community. Final Friday in Parksburg, we've been out on the streets handing out smoke detectors and fire prevention material.
Thank you, Tim and Brian, for letting us visit today and all the volunteers that service our community. This is Rachel reporting for Western Chester County Checks In. Back to you, Justin.
Thanks, Rachel, for that report, and to Brian and Tim for the great tour earlier this week. For our next story, Ashley Pierce, the newest chamber employee member here, and I had a chance to visit with Mark Milanese and Milanese Remodeling to find out a little bit more about their business.
Thanks, Justin. I'm Ashley Pierce with the Western Chester County Chamber of Commerce. We're here today at one of the homes improved by Milanese Remodeling. Mark tells us a little bit about the history of their business.
This business actually started 4 years before I was born, so I grew up in the business with a really good foundation. Mom and Dad started the company. and with a very simple idea. And it turned out to be a winner, because here we are over 60 years later, 6 decades, and we're still going strong. I fell in love with this business when I actually started installing at 12. And there's nothing more gratifying than coming to a property, a home, and improving it so the people that live there can enjoy it better.
Mark tells us about Milanese remodeling services.
Well, we really do the same things that Mom and Dad started with. We improve our clients' homes by making spaces that they can enjoy outdoors, and by improving the exteriors of their home with new windows, doors, siding, and roofing, so that their homes are energy efficient and low maintenance. But outdoor living is really fun, because we start with a floor, and we install a floor for them to live on. When the door is high in the air, we put in an elevated deck, and when the door is low to the ground, we do a hardscape patio. Sometimes we do both. Then we add shade and shelter so that they can actually enjoy the space. And from there, gosh, we could do anything from kitchens, bars, sitting walls, fire pits, fireplaces, just whatever we can and the homeowner can dream up.
Milanese Remodeling works hard to build trust with their clients.
I have to thank my clients for trusting us to improve their home. And it's that relationship with their clients. When they trust us, they trust their family home to my family to improve it. We're honored, but we really take that responsibility very seriously. We kind of think that our client is our boss, and that our job is to please our boss. And when we do that, we have a successful project and a successful business. I will say that the one guiding principle, the moral principle that Dad gave me and my brothers was simply this. He would say very often, Mark, you're never wrong if you do the right thing. And you're always wrong if you do the wrong thing, even if nobody's looking. So when we follow that moral compass, we always go the right way, and it seems to work.
Growing up, Mark learned the importance of taking care of his clients from his parents.
My mom was really, a foundation of the office. Our office, my dad's showroom in 1957 when he first started, the original showroom, was attached to our home. So my mom divided her time between raising 6 kids, cooking, gardening. She was a member of the school board. She did all these things, but still, there was a bell at the front door of the office. And when that rang, she ran to take care of that client. And so family interactions have always intertwined with the business of satisfying our clients.
Giving back to the community is important to the Milanese family.
Well, another thing that Dad often said is you just can't take. He would give the example of Lincoln Highway, which is where our showroom is now and where it originally was. He said that highway goes east and west, 2 directions. If it only went one way, it would take a long time to get anywhere. But it goes 2 ways, and so do you. You can't just take, you have to put back. And so putting back is an important part of my life. It always has been. I've been a big proponent for the improvement of Coatesville for all of my adult life. I've served on city council and various boards and commissions, and the chamber has been very important to me as a business member, to be involved with other really, really good business people who I've learned a lot from. And hopefully I've also, been a good fellow board member.
Milanese Remodeling is always evolving to offer the latest options for their clients.
Well, just like the products and the services we provide have evolved over time for all the things that Mom and Dad first offered, we'll continue to evolve with more new and interesting products. You'll see some of them during this show. But certainly, we're going to evolve and adapt and continue to serve our client as best we can to help them enjoy their home and their life better.
Mark talks about the importance of the Western Chester County community to his family's business.
And I want to just thank the homeowners in Chester County who have trusted Milanese Remodeling and the Milanese family to select us to improve their home. Western Chester County is a bedrock of the foundation of our company. Our showroom in Callan just east of Coatesville, has always been, the general area around that has always been very, very important to us. Downingtown, Coatesville, Parksburg. Dad's first project that he accomplished was in Valley Township. So Western Chester County is the beginning, and it will continue to be a very important part of our business.
We thank Mark and Milanese Remodeling for sponsoring the show and their continued involvement with the Chamber. Reporting for Western Chester County Checks In, this is Ashley Pierce. Back to you, Justin.
Thanks, Ashley, for that report, and thanks to Mark with Milanese Remodeling for sponsoring our show. If you'd like to have your business or nonprofit featured on our show and you're a chamber member, we'd love to have you on. Reach out to our communication coordinator, Rachel. Her email address is on the screen there, rachel@westernchestercounty.com. It's the time of year for graduations, and our team was out at Greystone Mansion across the street to celebrate this year's graduates from Harcum College Coatesville.
The students at Harcum College Coatesville celebrated their graduation this month with photos and speeches recorded at our office.
Well, we are honoring a group of wonderful graduates from Harcum College who have finished their journey here in Coatesville and are on to more and exciting endeavors.
He tells us about the partnership with Harcum and Life Transforming Ministries.
Life Transforming Ministries is the sponsor of this partnership here in Coatesville. So we do a number of things. Most importantly, what we do is wrap around the process of the student going from application through to graduation to try to help them get everything they need in order to be successful and move on to the things they want to accomplish in their life with a college degree.
The partnership was started to help give Coatesville residents the option to get a college degree.
Well, the partnership started when we recognized that there were a lot of people who had the potential to complete a college degree successfully, but just weren't in close proximity to a local campus or online education. You know, back then, 2007, just wasn't as feasible as it is today. So we realized that there was a real opportunity to help some people be able to take that step in their life to accomplish the degree. And not only that, just making it accessible, but helping them understand the whole process, and you know, as our mission is to support them and encourage them to complete it and access all of the resources they need in order to be successful. So we started with what was called a leadership degree, and have now offered multiple different majors that students can access, including now business, human services, and we just are launching a wonderful behavioral health sciences major as well for those who want to get more deeply into counseling and behavioral health.
Student support coordinator Sandra Brewer talks about the change she sees in students who attend classes.
You know, everyone comes in timid, first of all. I was a student, so come in, you're pretty nervous, and then all of a sudden you just become a family. You end up becoming a family. And all the shyness, all the timidness, everything just goes away. And it's like a camaraderie where, you know, you long for those times in the classroom, in the learning, and what everyone else has to say.
Bill wants to see this program continue to grow.
We do want to continue to grow, and I think one of the things we are looking to do in terms of helping students do is work with Harcum's Career and Transfer program, particularly the career side, to be able to match students to local employers, develop internship opportunities, look for ways to really fill the talent pipeline, which I think a lot of companies are wrestling with right now, with Coatesville residents and, you know, bona fide college graduates who are looking for the next step in their career and could really do that with a local company here in the Western Chester County region.
Sandra talks about her experience with the program.
My personal experience was awesome, for lack of a better word. Like I said, I was very shy coming in. I didn't know what to expect. I came back after 45, so I was scared, math, all of it. But when I came in, I soared. I excelled every semester, nothing less than the Dean's List.
Chamber businesses will benefit from the Harcum program.
I think businesses who are looking for those kind of students who are looking for kind of a way to engage with someone early in that process and do things like internships or ways that we could help facilitate partnerships in that kind of thing is where I think the Chamber can help us and be a great partner in building the capacity not just of these particular students, but ultimately the whole community and the city.
A big congrats to all of this year's graduates.
Congratulations to all the graduates of Harcum College. That's it for our show today. Tune in to our next show in 2 weeks, June 9th. We have a Member Minute segment from Venture Property Protection, a story about the Midway Arch's new event space, and more. Thanks again to Milanese Remodeling for sponsoring this week's show. I'm your host, Justin Chan with Valley Creek Productions. Thanks for watching.